So guys, let's talk about a switch statement. Switch statement also works like an if statement, is an if and else statement. If you can remember earlier, we built some basics and advanced calculator using if and else statement and else if as well. So right now we can still do the same thing using a switch statement. So before I will use the switch statement, I will have to I'll get rid of this. Oh, I can still leave this because I'm not using it and it's not disturbing me at all. So first of all, I want to register a variable that collects two pieces of information from the user, which is two numbers. So first of all, I will start by prompting the user to enter a first number. So like we did earlier, I'll say print, then I'll say enter first number. Then here I'll register an integer that collects the number from the user. So I'll say int question mark, then I'll name it num1, which I'll say equal to, then I'll say int dot pass, then I'll open and close parentheses. Then inside this place, I will now call in the standard input stdin dot read line sync. So I'll enter my open and close parentheses. Then at the back here, I will enter exclamation mark. And I'll enter a semicolon here. So the next prompt that I'm going to prompt the user is to tell the user to enter an operator. So I can easily copy this one here, and I'll come down here, I'll paste this, then I'll change it to enter operator. So here I'll register a string that collects the user input to check if the user entered an operator or not. So this operator can be something like maybe plus, minus, etc. So I'll come here and I'll say string, then I'm going to name this OP, and OP stands for operator. So I'll say OP equal to standard input stdin dot read line sync. So here, open and close parentheses, and I'll add my semicolon. I can quickly take this up. So for you to understand quickly, we ask the user to enter an operator. So whatsoever the user enter as an operator is going to store here in this OP. So then we have to run the last command, which we are going to say ask the user to enter a second number. So I'm going to copy this first number, and I come down here, I'll paste it, then I'll change this first to second. Then here I'll change it to num2. Then if you remember earlier, we used an if statement. We did something like this. We said if, and we will say num1 is equal to, oh sorry about that, we say if OP is equal to, then we'll check the operator. So we can say is equal to, let's say, a plus. Then we come down here and open a curly bracket, we hit enter, then we'll ask the computer to print, we'll say num1 plus num2. So this is just a recap on what we did earlier. So when I try to run this code, I will enter a first number, which is 10. You say enter OP, and I will say plus, and I'll enter the second number as 20. So it still gives us the output of 30. But now we are not trying to use an if statement. We are trying to use what we call switch statement. So to get this done, I will first of all get rid of this. So I'll say switch, then open and close parentheses. Then inside this switch, I'll just name it OP. Then here I will open and close a curly bracket. Then I will hit enter. So here I will say case. Then I'll add the operator, which is plus. Then I'll add a column. Then we'll say print num1 plus num2. Add a semicolon. Then at the bottom here, we will see break. Add a semicolon and get rid of this. So we can actually then come here and still copy this code, because we want to run it like, or maybe multiple times, 3 or 4 times. So I don't know how many times you want to run this code. So I'll copy this code, I'll come down to the next line, and I'll paste this. So let me explain this using an if statement. We'll say switch, which is, I can say if the OP, which is this here, is equal to plus, maybe if the user has entered the plus sign, then we'll ask the computer to print num1 plus num2. So this is num1, the first number the user entered, num2 as the second number the user has entered. So in this break, we have to break it and enter the next line of code. So this break also serves as else if, just like how we used it earlier. So I can still come down again and paste the remaining of the code. So this is I have a plus sign here first, then here I'll put this one to minus, I'll put this one to maybe division. So when I still paste the code again, and I'll put this to multiplication. So remember that once we are changing this, you are going to change the operator here too. So I'll put this here. This has a division, I'll put division here too. This has a minus, I'll put minus here. This one is okay. So let's try and run this code and see if we still get the same output. So when I enter a first number, which I say 20, and I hit enter, then operator, maybe I'll use the multiplication. We have a multiplication here, and I'll hit enter. It takes second number, then I'll say 10. So when I hit enter, we get an output of 200. So that is just trying to tell us that 20 multiplied by 10 is 200. So this is just all about switch statement. For you to get this on your head, you need to keep repeating them, and you can as well use switch statement for any kinds of logical statement. It's not just for maybe math and calculation of a thing and all that. So I will advise you to keep on practicing it until you get used to it. Thank you very much. That will be all for this switch statement.